Join us as we search Alaska and beyond for mysterious creatures, featuring Beans Baxter and Rob Roy Menzies. This is the Alaska Bigfoot Studies. Hey guys, Chuke here with Chuke's Outdoor Adventures. Well, I'm very excited to go through all the footage of my recent Bigfoot expedition in Washington State. So I'm hoping to have that next Sunday for you. But I wanted to talk about a couple things that have been on my mind. I'm planning some investigations, some really cool investigations in the upcoming year. One of them I'm very excited about, of course, is HAARP and the Dark Pyramid. And the Dark Pyramid in Alaska is very interesting. I do believe it's related to HAARP, which of course is the antenna array near Gokana, Alaska, kind of above Atoke, where our government initially controlled it. Still has some oversight over it, but it's been given to the university system. But it's these microwave antennas, well, a type of microwave, that are supposedly used to study the aurora by bouncing signals off of the ionosphere, which makes no sense because in the 80s, our government actually admitted that they were doing weather manipulation studies and testing weaponized weather manipulation, just like Russia was. And at that exact same time, roughly, HAARP was, came to be. So it just, the whole story is just very odd. But anyways, it's been this secretive thing. It's just this crazy array. It's like this giant field with these weird antennas, and obviously it can be directed to manipulate weather and other things. But I think it's very interesting that in the interior, we have the Dark Pyramid. Of course, that is supposed to be near Mount Hayes. I believe it is in the Denali mountain range, roughly. It's so odd. We have several mountains that I have just seen recently that are shaped like pyramids. Of course, that's a natural thing, just with wind and everything. It tends to shape mountains like pyramids, but some of them are really interesting and very jagged. But Mount Hayes and the Dark Pyramid is such an interesting story. It all starts with, I feel it starts with Joe McGonigal, because, some of the other whistleblowers and stuff, you can't completely confirm, but Joe McGonigal, I believe 100%. Now, he was part of the Stargate program, contracting with the CIA, doing remote viewing, and of course, his awareness, as well as some of the other remote viewers, were brought to the Mount Hayes or interior of Alaska, where they went into this facility and saw this giant pyramid that had, was a military installation, and it had other aliens and stuff working with the humans, and it was just very strange. Now, a very interesting kind of connection to this is the story of Doug Muchler. Now, I find this interesting because he was based in Alaska. He was a counterintelligence officer, and he stumbled upon the Dark Pyramid. There was a few things that happened. Supposedly, there was a nuclear blast in China that set off some seismic information where they were able to detect this pyramid in Alaska. And then there was also supposedly a news broadcast that was immediately stricken from the record. And then he was, visited by people, told him not to talk about it. And then he visited some maps and saw that the area of Mount Hayes was, blacked out. It was top secret and was removed. So I don't believe that the Dark Pyramid is exactly where Mount Hayes is, because there's a lot of weird stuff in the Denali mountain range. I have seen really interesting UFOs just in the Chugach mountain range, and then I've interviewed soldiers that, these helicopter crews, they can refuel, and they can, on those Blackhawks, they can bring giant tanks of fuel, and they can go as far as they want in Alaska. And I interviewed a soldier that was in that interior area and saw a UFO, if you will, just an extremely bright had to be a mothership just out in the distance that was just this piercing white light, something that should not have been there, where there was nothing, you know, no aircraft, just hovering there, just emitting this light and this energy. So I think it's all connected, and I do believe that the Dark Pyramid is connected to the HAARP facility. Now, I don't know how. Now, one of the theories people have about the Dark Pyramid is that it is an energy sort of battery, it's an energy generator. That is something I do not believe, absolutely. I think it is some kind of portal, it's doing something, but these UAPs that come down, they've been seen around geothermal areas, they've been seen drawing up water. They don't need a Dark Pyramid to collect energy. The energy is all over the earth for them to collect. So it's something very odd. I do believe it is here, and just talking with some other Alaskan investigators, we've got some ideas of where this Dark Pyramid and the Mount Hayes location actually is. I'm also wanting to check out some more about HAARP, so that's going to be upcoming. But just wanted to let you guys know what's going on, give you an update. Next Sunday, I'll have my Washington State Bigfoot video up, so thank you for being patient with me, and please comment, log on to my website, let me know any information you have about Mount Hayes and or the HAARP facility. Really fun to think about, really interesting, and I'm going to continue looking into it. Thanks, guys.